person who saw something terrifying in the woods, and somebody who potentially saw a shapeshifter. We have some crazy videos this week. Another week, another weird and creepy compilation. In case you missed it, here's a roundup of all the weird and creepy videos I shared on all my other socials this week. If you see a TikTok video that you think should be included in one of these compilations, make sure to go tag me. And just a reminder that Glitch Community Plus members here on YouTube get early access to videos, which means they get to see these videos a day or two before everybody else. And if you want to become a member, you can click the join button next to my profile picture. But right now, let's get started. So sit back, grab a snack, and let's get weird. This person either saw a shapeshifter or like a timeline crossover. This was wild.
So I posted that video about the coffee filter, and which was a whole thing. But it reminded me that I don't think I've ever told you all my glitch in the Matrix story. And so I'm going to try not to get too ahead of myself, because every time I tell this, I feel like I get, like I either remember new details or I tell it all out of order or whatever. So I'm going to try to do my best here. Sorry, my hair is crazy. It's humid today. So I was working in a public school, a public high school, and it was a new school in a nice part of town. So it was a big, wide open hallway on the top floor. So one whole side of the wall was windows. Very well lit. Wasn't nothing weird happening. So, sorry, this hair. So I had my classroom door open, and it was during class. I wasn't a teacher. I just had a classroom because that was that was the space I was given, because that was all that was available. So I had my door open. I was standing at a desk looking out the door because I was about to go to the bathroom, and I was trying to get my things together, make sure I had my keys and everything, because this is important. You can't get in the bathroom without a key. So, so I'm getting all this together, and a student walks by the door, and I mean, you know, 5'8", 5'10", average height, 16, 17-year-old boy. Like, I got a pretty good look at him. Like, I can't remember all of the details about this person now. I know he had on a backpack. I know he was wearing khaki shorts, and he had on some kind of t-shirt, and was just a basic white Brad looking dude. And so, you know, like, had kind of curly, messy, a big bunch of brown hair, like you know, lighter than my hair. And I was like, okay, first of all, why is that kid out of class? Because I was in a hallway where there were not active classrooms. This was like testing week, so there shouldn't have been anybody up there. So I'm like, why is that kid walking through here? Why is he here? Second, where's he going? So, and granted, I had only been on this job for a few weeks at this point, so, you know, I did not feel like I had the authority to just go chasing down kids I don't know. So I just kind of like go ahead and pick up my stuff, and I step out my door, and I follow him to see where he's going, because it's also on the way to the bathroom. And he is maybe less than 10 feet in front of me. So, I mean, got full view of this kid, no one else in this hallway, and I'm walking behind him. And as we, you know, get closer to the bathroom, let me pause and tell you. So the bathroom, this is so I don't know how it works where you go, like where your kids go to school or whatever, but at this high school, and a lot of them out here, you're not allowed, there's designated bathrooms that you can go to during class, and I guess this is to like cut down on undesirable activities in the bathroom. So there's only like designated ones that you can go to during class, and all the other ones are like deadbolt locked, and you can't get in them unless you have a key. My key did not go to those deadbolts. My key only went to the faculty bathroom, which went into the knob, and you don't turn the knob. You have to stick the key in, turn the key, and then just pull the whole knob, like pull the whole door with the key turned. That's the only way you can open that door. So I'm watching this kid, and at this point he's probably 15 feet from the bathroom, and he keeps just getting closer to the faculty bathroom. And I'm like, and there's a student bathroom literally right next to the faculty bathroom, which was locked. And I watched this kid walk up to the faculty bathroom, open the door, and walk in. Like, walked in, shut the door. Now, this is a single stall bathroom. It's just, it's unisex. When you walk in, it's literally just toilet, sink, and there was a rattan thing for like feminine care products. But you have to have a key to open it. And so my brain is working. So I'm already like, one, why is this kid up here? Why is he not in class? What's he up to? Two, what do I do about it if he's up to no good? Because I have no clue. Three, how did he just open that door? Because he didn't have a key. And so like, I continue walking up to the door because he went in and I'm right behind him. So at this point, like the door has closed and I'm about 5 feet from it. And I'm just standing there at this door trying to process, how did this kid just walk in that door? And I mean, I'm really debating with myself and I'm looking between the faculty door and the student door. And I'm like, yeah, 100% he went in the faculty bathroom. I saw him reach for the doorknob. So I even went over and I pushed on the student door just to make sure I wasn't crazy, which was a women's bathroom, a girl's bathroom. So I was like, I don't know. And it was locked and I'm like, I don't know what happened. So I take a few more steps back and I'm just kind of standing there in the hallway because God forbid that kid walk back out and I'm like right up on the door. So I'm like, I don't know. So I just back up and I'm just sort of standing there like, what just happened? Out walks, the door opens again and out walks a grown man, a dark complected, short haired grown man in long pants, like long jeans, a polo shirt. He's got on the lanyard. He is a faculty member. Walks out of that bathroom. So the second he turned the corner and was gone, you better believe, I like opened that door and flung it open like, is there a child in here? Like, what? There was no one in there. So I watched a teenage white boy wearing a backpack go into that bathroom and a grown man walked out of a completely different ethnicity. No backpack, no nothing. Different hair, different clothes, different everything. Like, if it had just been different clothes, I would have been like, okay, did a rapid clothes change, whatever. Maybe guy went to work out on his lunch break, came back, now he's back in work mode. What? No, it was different skin, hair, height, like, just a different person entirely. And to this day, I have no idea what happened. Like, I have no explanation for it. But every time I went to that bathroom after, I had this moment of like, I would just try to turn the knob and it never worked. And like, anyway, I was only on that job for like 6 months, but the whole situation was so incredibly weird. And I couldn't like tell anybody about it because I only knew like one person at that school and not very well. I still have no explanation. It was the weirdest thing. And I didn't see that kid again. I saw that faculty again, but I didn't see that kid again. And anyway, there you go. I don't know. That was my glitch in the Matrix story. One person walked in the bathroom and an entirely different person came out of the bathroom, and I have no idea how that first person even entered that room. So there you go. If you have any idea, please provide.
This person's house is absolutely haunted. Like, watch this. This does not look made up. Let me know if you think this is legit.
Okay, I'm so crazy, right? Here you go. Baby is terrified. Hold on. I know. You're okay. You're okay. I know. God, I'm like shaking.
This person's cats were definitely trying to protect her from something in her yard. Watch this and let me know what you think.
Sitting here, got my fat bitch on, and it's story time. I have something really creepy to tell you. Last night, about 2:30 in the morning, Atticus started singing his opera. Well, Atticus is very vocal, and he does that from time to time. last night, he wouldn't stop. And it got louder and louder. And every time I was almost asleep, he yelled me awake. Then Clarity joined in. And both of them were so unsettled. They were hopping from window to window to window and thumping around. I finally shooed them out of my bedroom so I could try and get a little peace. And I tried to go back to sleep. Well, I hate sleeping with the door closed, and the cats seemed to have settled down some. I opened the door back up, and Clarity got in the window right by the head of my bed. And all of a sudden, Clarity started growling. And I thought, there is a air conditioner, the central air conditioner is outside my bedroom window. And I thought, well, maybe one of the feral cats is sitting on it and pestering her. So I actually sprayed some water out there and got my glasses on. There was no cat. I happened to look on the rain barrel. And there was something on the rain barrel. I looked at it a second, looked at Clarity, who was still growling, looked back, and it was gone. And I thought, I have to draw what I saw. So, I drew this on my computer at about 3:30 in the morning using one of the draw programs. So it's not exactly professional, but this is what I saw. This little figure was sitting on my rain barrel. Crouched down like that in its little frog position, it was about 5 inches tall. And I thought at first, that's a bird. There are no birds out at 3:30 in the morning. And then it was gone. Now I talked to my friend Cryptid, and she thought it could be Fae, it could be Pixie. I don't know. But whatever it was, my cats didn't want it in my house. And as I said, it was a rough drawing at 3:30 in the morning using a computer program. But that's pretty close to what it looked like. What do you guys think it is? And why would it upset my cat so much? I mean, maybe they were trying to protect me, but that was really odd.
This person experienced a glitch in the Matrix with their dishwasher, and they're freaking out about it.
I just witnessed my first glitch in the Matrix or timeline jump today. Not my usual content, but I have to share this because I'm still Anyway, so this morning, I go to run the dishwasher and, it's all loaded, go to put the dishwashing detergent in. Tell me why. The place I usually put it in on that little console, so usually when we put it in, it's on the right. Tell me why this morning, it's on the left side and the shape's different. And I'm like, no. Nope, this is no. And then close my eyes and I'm like, take some deep breaths. You're dreaming. This is crazy. Open my eyes again. It is still on the left side when it is supposed to be on the right side. And I'm like, am I having a stroke? Am I losing my mind? What is happening? So I call my husband because my husband does the dishes and runs the dishwasher just as much as I do. Equal opportunity household. So I call him and he answers and I'm like, thank God. So I'm like, babe, I feel like I'm losing my mind and I need you to tell me that I'm not losing my mind, okay? And he was like, okay, what's going on? And I said, when you load the dishwasher and you're about to run it, what side do you put the dishwashing detergent on? If the thing is open and you're facing it, looking down, what side does that go in? And he goes, I think the right. And I was like, oh, okay, well, I'm glad it's not just me. But I said, what if I told you that I thought the same thing and it's now on the left side and the shape is different and we haven't gotten a new dishwasher? And he was like, wait, what? So I sent him photos of it and he was like, logic brain taps right in and he's like, well, maybe we're just remembering wrong. I am not remembering wrong. I'm so fucking weirded out. The thing that also tipped me off was that both sides were closed. And I'm like, I just finished loading the dishwasher. Why are these consoles closed? Usually after the dishwasher runs, they leave them open. And I'm like trying to like open the right side. And I'm like, why is this not opening? And it opens the wrong way. And it's like the pre-wash area. And it opens like this. And I was like, it used to open like that. Where like you pop it up and it go boop, bump. No, the hinge went boop. No, ma'am. No. Again, might have had a stroke. I don't know. But I'm telling you, like, I'm fucking with it, trying to get it open. And it opens a way that I am not familiar with. And I'm like, okay. So then I look to the other side and I like slide this thing across and it opens up to, there's already dish detergent in there? I just loaded it. I just finished what, you guys. And like I said, the shape is different. The one that prior to today, the square or the rectangle, it was actually more of a square. It's now like a wide rectangle. And it was a square like this, it was deeper. So if you put a pot in there, like it almost fit perfectly. And now it's like wider, and I sound crazy, but I am telling you, like, this happened. Anyway. Nothing is real. We live in a simulation. I don't know. That is all. Thank you for sticking around. And please share your own stories of glitches in the Matrix, because I love this shit, but like I haven't had this shit really happen, and it's really scary when it does. Anyway, I'm also just really confused about how there was already detergent in there. Thank God it looked like the detergent that we use already. I would have completely lost my shit. But like, the fact that it was on the wrong side, a different shape. Anybody else experiencing some weird shit? Because I'm pretty sure I just jumped timelines and I don't know how I feel about it.
This person saw a giant black mass in the water by their house. Is it a UFO? They have videos. Watch.
At 4:30 this morning, the most bizarre thing happened at my house. I will show you a video of it because I did capture it, but I'll tell you what happened first. So at 4:30, I woke up with a banging migraine. I was up and down all night, and my son woke up teething. So I said to my husband, you go feed him, and I'm going to go outside on the balcony, which is conjoined to our bedroom on the second floor, to go get fresh air on my face. I went out on the balcony and it was pitch black, but you could see highlights of the water. And directly in front of my house, I looked at the water and there was this massive black shadow. Keep in mind, I live on a lake, so it is connected to the bay, I believe. Not like there's sharks or crocodiles or anything like that in these waters. It's literally just a few fish that are actually put in there and bred in the water so people can go fishing in the lake. And it's huge, and it's never there because I look at this water every single day, and it was in the center of the lake, my house, the water, and all the neighbors' houses in front. A massive black shadow, and it's shaped round. And I was just looking at it, and I've never seen something like this before. And I grabbed my phone out because I had my phone in my pocket, and I was like, I have to film this. Like, what is this? I instantly thought of, when I was younger, there was a tale about, I forgot the name of it, but it was a sea creature, right? And all the children used to talk about it, and I initially thought of that. I was like, oh my God, it's a sea creature. Anyway, so I grabbed my phone out and I started filming. And as I was filming, I will show you the video in a minute, the water started bubbling. In that black shadow spot. So it started bubbling and it turned into like a hole, and then it starts changing shapes and formation. It starts going like long and skinny, and then it starts going different shapes. And this happened for around about 5 minutes. I thought, oh my God, I need to go get my husband because I think I'm seeing something. I took some strong headache tablets before I went to bed, so I genuinely thought I was seeing something. I went and got my husband from my baby's room. He just got my baby to sleep. And then I said to him, run out, run out, run out. We ran out both to the balcony. And I said to him, I said, Arvin, tell me I'm seeing something. Tell me I'm seeing something. He looks out to the water and he goes, what the F is that? And I said to him, I said, look, I'm filming it. I took my slipper off before I went and got my husband, and I leaned my phone up against my slipper to film it when I was inside because I was like, what the hell is this? And my husband's like, what the hell is that? I have no idea. He's like, I'm going to go downstairs into the backyard and I'm going to go throw a rock at it and see if anything happens. I'm going to insert the footage of him throwing rocks at it as well because we don't know what it was. He started throwing rocks at it and it wasn't moving at all. Wasn't moving. After I saw it bubbling and I got the bubbling on camera. He then drops his phone nearly into the water, so we had to jump the fence and then get his phone. And my baby woke up crying again and he was downstairs, so I yelled out to him downstairs. I'm like, I've got to go inside, Kian's crying again. So I ran inside, I settled Kian. Not even 3 minutes later, I came back outside. Arvin came inside at that time. I came back outside, nothing was there. Nothing was there. What is this? Has anyone seen something like this before? These are the thoughts in my head. It could have been a creature of some sort. It could have been look, I don't know what can and what can't get into this lake, but obviously we're thinking whale, shark. It's not that deep. I think the water's not even 2 meters deep. Like, it's really not that deep. It could have been like a hole underground. Mind you, this lake is man-made, so I was thinking like maybe volcano vibes. It could have been like a hole with all like the gases building up under and could have created bubbling. But why did it start changing formation? Can you please comment and let me know what is in my backyard, because this scares the shit out of me. I feel like every single house that we live in, something odd happens for some reason. This house is amazing. We love this house. We're so safe in this house. We feel safe in this house and we want to stay here for a long time. And if it's like a shark or something, I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that. I'm fine with that, honestly. But if it's like volcano vibes, no, I'm not effing with that.
Is this a legit alien caught on a Ring camera? By the way, it's giving me like Predator vibes. This person's daughter seems to have a ghost friend, and it checks out.
So earlier this year we moved into a deceased estate, and since then my 3-year-old daughter has developed an imaginary friend. And the way that she talks about this imaginary friend is not the way you would imagine a 3-year-old girl to be talking about someone that has been made up in her mind. He's not like a wizard, he's not riding a unicorn. His name is Joe, and he sounds like the most standard middle-aged man I've ever heard of. The way she talks about him is that he lives here as well. He likes working on his car. He has 2 children, which I know about the family that we bought this from, that they did have 2 children. And she said he wears a red shirt and black gardening gloves. And our house is on a massive bush block. So if you lived here, you would need to be a gardener, or you would need to be doing gardening a lot of your time. And just the things that she says about him has me a little bit freaked out. That she says that he lives here, but he's also spent a lot of time in hospital. She also mainly interacts with him downstairs, which is where I am now, which is kind of like the very messy, very, very messy. But it's kind of like the original creepy section of the house. So I don't know what to do with this information. And she's 3. Like, this is the first time she's ever had an imaginary friend, and you'd think it would be like a fairy unicorn or something, but it's not. It's the most standard middle-aged man, and he sounds like a real dude. And I now think that I have to go back through births, deaths, and marriages and figure out what the name of the guy was that lived here, because if his name is Joe, I'll tell you right fucking now, we're moving out. I will not be living here anymore. In saying that though, if he is willing to give me free childcare, then he can stay. Okay, I've spoken to the neighbors and I have an update on this saga with my daughter's imaginary friend. And it's not looking good for me trying to convince myself that Joe is not real. So the neighbors told me that they've lived in their house for 18 years. The father of the family that lived here died before they moved in, so they couldn't confirm whether his name was Joe or not, but they were very intrigued about the story because they're into like spirits as well, I think. So they want me to keep them updated on all my research. But what they could tell me was the name of the woman who lived here, the mother. So she died in her 90s, and that's when we bought it after she passed away. They told me that from what they know from speaking with her about the house, that they were gardeners. They planted like a lot of the trees and everything out the backyard. I call it our little rainforest. And apparently the mother and father of this family planted all of that. So when my daughter was saying that her imaginary friend is a gardener and wears gardening gloves, could be right. They were also saying that they had 2 kids, which my daughter told me her imaginary friend Joe has 2 children. The other interesting thing they were telling me about was that apparently the house it must have been up on stilts or something, because this area, I'm downstairs now and the house is kind of like on a slope. And apparently this area used to be the driveway and the garage. So when my daughter interacts with this imaginary friend, it's usually down here, downstairs, which I now have learned used to be the garage. And she was telling me that Joe likes to work on his cars. So Joe might be down here thinking that it's still a garage, working on his cars in the area that my kids play in, which is creepy. But now I've got the name of the woman. So they didn't know the name of the dad, but they did know the name of the mum. So I've got her first name, and I also have the last name from the sale contract of the children. I'm assuming it would be the same last name. So I think I now have enough to go on births, deaths, and marriages and see what I can figure out with her first and last name and see if I can link some things together. So I'm going to do that, and I will keep you updated if I can figure out if this guy's name was in fact Joe. The other thing, which I may regret committing to this, but the man who lived here, who died, I guess maybe 30 years ago, he built a workshop under the house. And we have used it to like store some tools and things, but all of his stuff is still in there. So when we bought the house, she showed us the workshop, but it's like underneath, built into this rock face. There's no windows. It is creepy as all hell. And it's got like a whole wall of like nails and screws and stuff. It's got some tables, some tools. There's some furniture. There's some old boxes of things. So I've been in there like twice and I'm like, okay, not hanging out in here. But for the purpose of everyone's intrigue and my own intrigue to see if this guy's name was in fact Joe, I will go into that workshop and have a little rustle around and see what I can figure out.
This person got a glimpse of the future by traveling there in their dreams, and they're freaking out about it. Watch this and let me know what you think.
You ain't never heard a motherfucker tell you no dream like this shit before. This dream fuck with my mind. I don't know if I fucking time traveled. I don't know if I fucking soul jumped. I don't know if I fucking went to another parallel. I don't know. I don't fucking know. Y'all tell me what the fuck y'all think in the comments. Just give me 2 minutes to tell you the fucking craziest dream you ever heard in your fucking life. And you tell me, have you had it? You heard it before? Or if you know what the fuck was even happening. Help me. Okay, so the dream starts off. I'm in like this like futuristic looking house. That's the best way I can describe it. I can see it in my head, but that's the best way I can describe it. Okay, so I'm me. I'm fully conscious that I'm me. Well, I ain't gonna do that. But I'm fully conscious that I'm me here. as I look down and I look around, I notice that I'm in a baby crib. Like, not a crib like the house, but like a baby crib. And I look at my little ass hands and my little ass fat feet and shit, little ass fat ass knees. You know how the babies be having like little fat knees and shit. I'm a baby. I'm a fucking baby. So I'm like, what the fuck? So a woman walks up. I'm guessing she was my mom in the dream or in this parallel or time travel, whatever. But remember, I'm me. So I still got my consciousness and shit. So the woman is talking to me and she like, hey, blah, 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 baby, blah. You know, doing the little mommy shit, like newborn baby mommy shit. So I'm sitting there and I'm looking, and behind the woman that's, I guess, my mom, I see a picture. Now, mind you, me, like the person that's talking to you making this video, I have a 7-year-old son. Okay? 7. In this dream though, I knew I'm kind of fucking up the story. I'm not good at telling stories sometimes. Either way, the picture that I saw behind her was of an old man. Okay, this old man had the exact same hairstyle I have now. Well, actually, his hair was a little bit longer because my hair is kind of short. His hair was kind of like curly. It was like if it grew out a little bit longer. But it was groomed and shit. Like he had a fade, all that good shit. He had a beard. But everything was white. Like his hair was gray and white. His beard was gray and white. He was an older man, but he wasn't like decrepit or like sunken in or like he had mad life in him. Like he skin good, all that shit. Like, but he was older. You could tell he was way, way older. So I'm looking at the picture, and as the baby now, I'm in the picture, and I'm like, yo, that's my son. That's my fucking son. That's my son. Like, I don't know what about it, and pretty sure even when this happens, you'll be able to identify. You would always be able to. What I'm trying to say is I'm pretty sure you can always identify your child no matter how old or young they are because it's your child. So in the dream, I knew that old ass man was my son. I'm like, yo, that's my fucking son. That's my fucking son. I'm telling the fucking woman that like, hey, bitch, mama, who the fuck you are? That man right there with that gray hair, that old man that you got that picture of, where the fuck you get that picture from? Because that's my fucking son. So she picks up the picture. Meanwhile, when I'm saying all this shit to her, or that's my son, blah blah, all this coming out is goo goo gaga, goo goo gaga gaga gaga. I can't say shit, but I'm saying it, but it ain't coming out. Okay, so then all of a sudden a guy walks in. Now this guy looks just like me and my older brother. If you took my older brother's face and took my face and it's like, look, that's how the dude looked. I'm guessing this dude was supposed to be my dad. This motherfucker walks up to me as the baby and says, while his wife or girlfriend, whatever, baby mama, is holding the picture of my son. He walks up to the picture and walks up to me and said, what's up, man? And he looked at me and looked at the picture and he said, oh, he know Papa. Papa? So, for the motherfuckers who are still here, shout out to you. But my point being, let me break the story down to you if you ain't follow me. I was in a fucking dream to where I was a fucking baby. And my parents, I don't know who the fuck the mama was, but at least the fucking boy, the daddy, was my son who is 7 years old right now. It was his great-grandson. What the fuck? What the fuck was that? How the fuck did that happen? Do you not get what the fuck I'm saying? In the dream, the nigga that was my fucking daddy, his fucking great granddaddy, not his daddy, not his granddaddy, his great granddaddy was my son. What the fuck just happened? And I woke up. Bitch, I've been trying to go back to goddamn sleep ever since I done woke up. I don't know, man, fuck. Tell me what the fuck y'all think that shit is. I wish I made this shit up. I wish. Sometimes I take, I like to eat mind-altering Thanks. Look at my name. Duh. Anyway, I didn't do that. I was thinking this is sober shit. This is regular. I just went to bed last night shit. What the fuck? Hey man, if you got any ideas or any, comments, drop it. Cause I don't know what the fuck happened. Who the fuck am I? I swear to God, oh my mom, this shit crazy.
This person's child has been talking about this terrifying thing for like literally years, and they finally got it on camera.
All I saw was like it was like a red face that had a giant smile on it.
In your room?
No eyes, reddish face, and a big smile, like this. With no eyes, and it was
Like you
big.
saw it on the wall?
It was like,
where'd you see it at? Like floating?
no, he was like, it was a man like tall, and it was literally it goes up about to there. He just walks on a room with a giant cane that is like wooden modern, and he literally jumps on my bed, and then he just gets really close to my face, and he has a giant smile and no eyes, and just a mouth. No nose, no eyes. Just a mouth on his face.
How many times did that happen?
Probably for like 2 years. 2.5 years.
Did it end?
It ended when I was 6.
So he has
The last time it happened was right before my birthday, and I think before my birthday is even worse, because he literally has a dark, like a deep voice, and he whispers just like the whispers I've been hearing now. So he's probably still there. But on the ceiling.
This person saw something terrifying in the woods, and they are legitimately so scared. Was it a not deer? Was it a skinwalker? Was it the fae? Let me know what you think.
I'm shaking. I'm so scared. In the woods just now. Just fucking now. And it was normal. It was fine. It was woods I've been in a million times. And there was a bridge that I had never seen before. That was my first mistake. Right as I got to the other side of the bridge, I saw something, and I have a video of it, but every time I go to edit it, it makes me sick to my fucking stomach. It's just a deer. It's just a deer. God. But when I looked at it, it looked right at me. It looked right in my fucking eyes. I don't feel so good. It's just off. So I see it, and it's not moving. It's just looking at me. And I took a step toward it. Mistake number 2. Mistake number 2. When it didn't move. I step toward it and it didn't move. And in the video you can see that it's because I look away, and when I look back it's not there. I couldn't keep looking at it. So I looked away, and when I looked back it was gone. And in the video it's just gone. It's there and then it's not. I feel sick. And I just took off running. I followed the trail back out of the woods. And I have 6 missed calls from my husband and 2 missed calls from my boss, because 2 hours have gone by. I wasn't in there for 2 fucking hours. I'm so scared. No, I feel sick. If anyone has any advice, what I should do next, what do you do? What do you do now? What do I do now?
That concludes our creepy compilation for today. If you like videos like this, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. But if you want to keep it going right now, you can check out this video or this playlist.